Morning. Time is finally here. We are planning to reopen worship service Sunday, May the 31st, if the conditions in Nashville do not change for the worst. It won't be church as usual because this virus is still here and still a threat to us. So things will have to change. But we are going to reopen on May the 31st, hopefully. You know, sometimes when I get dressed in the morning, Kitty will look at me and she'll say, "You're not going to wear that." I'm thinking, well, yeah, I put it on. I was planning on wearing it. Or she'll say, "You know, I think you ought to wear a coat today." Or because of what you're doing today, I really think you ought to put on a tie. And I hate ties. What function does a tie serve? But you know what I end up doing? I end up changing because I love Kitty. I have 3 great kids, 2 daughters. You know, my daughters don't ask me to help much anymore because they're married to wonderful guys. Every once in a while, Kitty will come to me and she'll say, "You know what your daughter wants you to help her with?" I'll hear it and I'll go, "That is so dumb. Why do they want to do that? If they do that, they're going to have to do this and this and this and then change this. And it's just not going to make any difference." What I hear is, "Well, that's what everybody's doing now." Well, then everybody's dumb. I can't help that. But you know what I end up doing? I end up helping my daughters do what they want. You know why? Because I love my girls. I know that when we reopen, we're going to ask everybody to wear a mask. If you've seen me in a mask during this pandemic, you are in a small group of people, because I would bet that I haven't had a mask on the total of an hour during this pandemic. I have 2 real pretty ones, but I just don't wear them much. The only places I've worn that mask is into institutions that basically ask me to wear it. But here at church, I'm going to wear a mask. And you know why I'm going to wear a mask? Because I love all of you. Since this pandemic started, there are people that I haven't seen much of. I think of Don and Jada Warren. There's not another couple at church that I love probably as much as I love Don and Jada. Don and I went to college together. We've gone to church together for years. We've raised our kids together. We go out to eat together. We take vacations together. We are so close, and yet I haven't seen Don Warren in 3 months. You would think when I finally get to see Don Warren that it's going to be like 2 people running down the beach and jumping into each other's arms, so glad to see each other. Well, maybe not. But you would at least think I'd go up to Don and give him a good handshake and maybe a man hug if there's such a thing. But it's not going to happen. You know why it's not going to happen? Number 1, Don Warren's still working. I really don't know who Don has been exposed to. Number 2, I love them so much, I don't want to expose them to somebody that I may have been exposed to and I don't know. And number 3 is our influence. If Joe Schmo and Fred Smeltz are standing over there and they see Don Warren and I shake hands and give each other a man hug, all of a sudden they think, well, if they can do it, we can do it. And all discipline breaks down. Our body at Una, just by its nature, is full of people that are in a high-risk situation. And you know who I hear the most from about coming back together? It's not our young, healthy group. It's our older, high-risk population. So I know when we open the doors, no matter what we say, those people are going to be there. And we all love them so much. I want to read from Romans chapter 13, beginning in verse 8. "Let no debt remain outstanding, except the continuing debt to love one another. For he who loves his fellow man has fulfilled the law. The commandments: do not commit adultery, do not murder, do not steal, do not covet, and whatever other commandments there may be, are summed up in this one rule: love your neighbor as yourself. Love does no harm to its neighbor. Therefore, the love fulfills the law. Be safe. Stay well out there.